All right. Thank you for joining. Let's have a quick recap of what should be done during the previous week. So actually, the previous week was the last one for the stage one. Congratulations for passing such a milestone. So we're starting the stage number two. So just a friendly reminder that at the beginning of stage two, you're supposed to pass the interview with mentors. So the deadline for passing the interview is 13th of June. So in case if you haven't communicated with your mentors or haven't had the interview with the mentor, so please do it as soon as possible. If a mentor didn't contact you regarding the interview, that will be a great idea if you do it in advance, because mentors has most probably have a busy workload, or maybe it's left for vacation for one day, maybe he completely forgot. So that would be great if you remind him that we need to have the interview in case if it didn't performed yet. Okay. As per the previous week, we completed the shelter, the final week for the shelter. Yeah, as I mentioned previously, I see that something wrong with the cross-check distribution. So let me check it after our Q&A session. We'll try to figure out how to start the cross-check process. I hope that wouldn't take so much time. Yeah, so as for the current week activities, we need to perform the cross check for the week 4. Here on the task description, there is a section regarding cross check relation criteria for week 4. So please pay attention to it during checking the 4 students' work. And as usual, we're having the maximum score for the week 4 is 100 points. In case if some of the criteria aren't met, so the points will be deducted as per criteria. And as usual, as for the pixel perfect checks, yeah, again, as per previous weeks, some deviations are acceptable for, let's say, 3 or 5 pixels. So the check is not, will not be different from the previous weeks, but here you need to check some extra functionality that is implemented during week 4. Okay. Along with the cross-check activity, the next assignments should be passed. So you're going to get acquainted with inheritance mechanism with OOP, the main OOP mechanism for the JavaScript, and this will be your first task that will be checked by your mentor. So please pay attention. So there is no more cross-check for this. You need to implement the child classes using 2 ways. First one is ES5 way, and the second one is ES6 way. Please be attentive here. You need to create these 2 classes using inheritance mechanisms. So it's not 2 separate classes. These 2 are the child classes from some basic one. Because the task will be evaluated in such a way, given that you are supposed to correctly implement all the child classes and overridden methods using inheritance. Yeah, there should be some examples in the useful links right here and on this module as well. Okay, so let me expand once again. This is it for the next week. Again, remind you to hurry up with passing the interview. In case if your mentor hasn't been responded to you yet, so please highlight all these cases to coordinators. So seems like Anna will be not available for some time, so please reach me in via Discord in private in case if your mentor has not replied to you regarding the interview. So we'll sort these cases out. Okay, and action item on me to check the cross-check distribution for the current week and figure out what's going on with the scoring. Okay, so it seems like we're done with overview for the next steps. Let's stop here for your questions, so please go ahead.
So as you said, this task will be checked by our mentor. So how we submit and when is the deadline for this task?
The deadline for the task is the end of the week. As per how to submit this task, yeah, that's a good question. So as far as I remember, there should be the private repositories for you, but as I understood, it has not been happened. So let's keep all the implementations in your public repository. Let's say for the current task, let's create the public repository for the current task named classes inheritance and have the implementation for it. We'll figure out how to generalize all the checks, how all the task submissions, but usually it should happen in private repositories. So for today, I will return to you back with all the news regarding cross-check and how to submit the next task. But now let's start creating the task implementation in your own public repository, private repositories. So let's create your own private repository on your GitHub account. Once you're ready with the implementation, add your mentor to contributors to check this task. Let's have this preliminary agreement. Unless I will figure out how to deal with private repositories. So the session, yeah, is recorded, so don't worry. In case if someone missed it, so he can, yeah, see the recording. All right. So did I answer your question, or there are some other aspects to be clarified?
Yes. Just when is the end of the week? You mean Friday or as usually Monday? The end of the Monday. As usually.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome. So anything else? Seems like no more questions. Okay. So in case of any other, please reach me via Discord in private, especially regarding the interviews, if it's stuck. And we'll get back to you with the news regarding the current week. So if there are no more questions, let's close the webinar. Thanks everyone and good luck. Have a great weekend.
Thank you.